Imagine your house is on fire. You've saved your family, but there's one item you must rescue from the flames: the portraits of your country's leaders. If these portraits aren't saved, you and your family could face severe punishment. This is the reality of life in North Korea, where loyalty to the Kim dynasty infiltrates even the smallest details of daily life. In every North Korean home, portraits of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, the country's former leaders, are a mandatory part of the decor. However, these images are not merely decorative. They are symbols of absolute respect and unquestioning loyalty to the regime. Since Kim Il-sung's time, these portraits have become tools of psychological and social control. The government enforces strict rules for maintaining these portraits. Every family is required to keep them spotless and in perfect condition. Special cloths are even provided for cleaning them. Police conduct random inspections, running their fingers over the frames to check for dust. The presence of dust or any damage to the portraits can lead to severe punishments, ranging from forced labor camps to even execution. One harrowing story involves a man who, during a house fire, returned inside after saving his family to retrieve the portraits. Tragically, he lost his life in the attempt. This tale was publicized by state media as an example of heroic loyalty. But in reality, the man likely knew that if the portraits were destroyed, his family would face horrific repercussions. This is just one example of how deeply this system impacts people's lives. A former soldier recalls a family in his village being reported for having dust on their portraits. The police subjected them to intense interrogations before sending them to a labor camp. This policy has parallels in other authoritarian regimes. In the Soviet Union, images of Stalin and Lenin were omnipresent, and disrespecting them could result in severe punishment. During China's Cultural Revolution, portraits of Mao and carrying the Little Red Book were mandatory. Nazi Germany similarly integrated images of Hitler and Nazi symbols into every aspect of life. What sets North Korea apart, however, is the transformation of these portraits into quasi-religious icons that permeate the most private aspects of people's lives. This system has profound psychological effects. As Michel Foucault noted, the perception of constant surveillance compels people to regulate their behavior even in the absence of actual monitoring. This pervasive sense of being watched creates intense anxiety, particularly among mothers, who are often tasked with maintaining the portraits. Many North Korean defectors report that even after escaping the country, they continue to feel an unconscious sense of fear. The sacred portraits in North Korea are far more than decorative items. They symbolize a complex system of psychological and social control that entrenches fear, guilt, and enforced respect within the society. These portraits stand as a stark reminder of the oppressive power of totalitarian regimes and the heavy price of life under their rule. Can you imagine living in a place where even a speck of dust on a frame could change your fate? Share your thoughts in the comments.